Hi, Form 2s. Now, IT has an issue. IT has a whole set of data and has no idea of how to organize it. So, we're going to help IT organize all this data. Now, one program we can use is a spreadsheet, such as Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. They work basically the same way. So, let's get this data. And I'm going to copy and paste so I could put it into Excel and see how we can organize it. All right, let's get that a little smaller so I can see. Okay, so there's a lot of information. Let me bring it over here. All right, so we see there are a number of products. In fact, let me read it here first. There are a number of products, pencil, ruler, etc. And then the price and quantity for each item is also recorded respectfully. So 1.25 and 10. So 1.25 would be the price of the pencil, and 10 would be the quantity of the pencil. So each set of numbers, two numbers, is the price and quantity that corresponds to the product itself. Okay, let's go back to the um, spreadsheet. And I mean, the best way to organize it would be to use the spreadsheet as the spreadsheet is used, which is as a table. So what do I have here? I have products. So maybe I can have, a table has a table heading. So I'm going to put a table heading of products. And then the other thing they say is price. So, right. And the next one is quantity. Right. Table heading's done. So now I need to fill out the table. And the first one I see is pencil, ruler, eraser, correction pen, correction tape. Okay, I have to scroll around to see the rest, so I'm just going to stay there. So let's see, we have 125 is the price, 1.25, and 10 is the quantity. Then we have 2 and 20, 2 and 20. Next one is 225 and 15. All right, next one is 8 and 10. Next one is 7.5 and 4. Okay, for our example, I'm going to stay here. Now, a few things. You will notice that price is not showing the dollar sign. And look at this. Our information, our data has been cut off. Has it? Let's click on it. If you look up in the formula bar, you will still see correction pen. So the data has not been erased. It's just not displayed. So let's take care of that. If it's not displayed, it means this column here, let me delete this. This column here, which is column A, is too narrow. We need to make it wider. We need to make it bigger. So I'm going to move my mouse, and you notice my cursor is what my cursor looks like, right? Like a fat plus sign, right? And I'm going to move it on top here. No, I want it in between the A and the B. Notice it changed. What does it look like? It's a double arrow. Now I'm going to drag and drop, and I can see. I can also double click. Look for the cursor first, then double click, and it will snap. It will snap to fit the text. Let's try that. Let me make it smaller again. Double click. It snaps. Okay, so all our information is shown. Good. Now we want this as a dollar sign. So in the home tab, notice what I did though. I did highlight first. I highlighted home tab, and there is the dollar sign here. Or we could go into general and we could go into currency, or we can right click on the highlight and go to format cells and choose currency. And then in this option we have a bit more things that we can do, right? All right, all of them are the same though. Good. All have the same feature of putting the dollar sign. Good. Now what else could we do? Let's see, we can, these table headings, let's get them bold. Let's get them center aligned. Maybe I want to put a border around my table. That sounds good. Let's do that. So I'm highlighting my entire table. And in Home tab, you'll see in font, you will see, what's this called? Let's see. If I put my mouse over it, it says border. It says bottom border actually. So I'm going to go on the arrow next to it. And there are a whole set of options. Ooh, all borders. Let's choose that. Let's, I saw there were different borders. Let's check it out. Ah, look, there's a thicker one, there's a double one. Okay, so let's do the thicker one here. And then let's do the double one at the bottom here. Alright, it's just a little fancy. Okay, what else? Oh, we could change the background color called the fill color. So we see the bucket here. Let's change that. You know what? I saw yellow. Let's just go with the yellow. I of course I could change the other colors. I can change the font if I want to do, the size. We already made this bold, underline, italic, the different alignments, all that is available. Oh, I can change the text color as well. Let's do a nice blue. All right, it's good. That looks good. Okay, right. So basically that's what we can do. Oh, maybe quantity you could put center. Nice. Now we're done with our table. You have more to type, of course, but I'm done with my table and there's something missing. I think I need a table, a title for my table. So I need to get this row, this first row, I need it free. I want to type my table up, my title up there. So notice if I put my cursor on the one, it changes again to arrow. Right click, insert. Nice. Okay, so now I can put a title. Title for my table, right? Whatever title it should you think it should be. Let's see. The title of my table should be descriptive of what we're doing here. And what are we looking at? We're looking at description or inventory. This is inventory. Inventory of, well, Scribbler's Corner, right? This is for Scribbler's Corner. So for Scribbler's Corner. Okay. I could fancy that up. I could make the text. Let's change the text of this one. Bold, a little bigger, underline it maybe. All right. I want to skip a line here. So I'm going to go, I want a line after it. So I'm going to go by the two, right click, insert. Okay, we have a skipped line. Nice. It looks better. Let's see. Maybe this is a little too big. Let's make it smaller. Okay. I want this heading to be to the center of my table here. Now there's a way to do that. You don't just press, if I press the center line, it's going to center to the cell. That's not what I wanted. And I mean, some people move it to the middle here and then center it. That's not proper either. The proper way of doing it is something called merge and center. So the proper way of centering a table's title above a table is to use a merge and center. You should take note of that. I will definitely be asking you about that. So how do I merge and center my title? First, I have to click on where I typed the title. Then I'm going to drag and drop over the top of my table, right? The length of my table. Then I'm going to Home tab, merge and center. Just click on the icon. Look at that. Now what did it do? It merged my three cells here, made it one cell, and then it put it centered it. That's not too bad. All right. And basically that's what you can do with Excel or Google Sheets. And of course, then you can save it. File, save as, just like you would do with Microsoft Word, or it's the same thing when you use Google Docs to upload it, right? Okay, so you don't have to follow me exactly, but I do want you to use the Merchant Center. I do want you to practice how to insert a row, how to resize the columns, how to put in a dollar sign, how to align, how to change the table headings. We use a fill color, we change the text color, ooh, and borders. All right, so be creative and let me see what you come up with.